Hello, everyone. Welcome to part 2 of Big Think Dimensions Game of the Year deliberations. We have quite a lot of categories we have to go through, and I figure we should get some of the most important stuff out of the way first. 2019's best Taco Bell item.
I've been waiting all day for this one.
Candidates are nacho fries, triple crunch wrap, rolled tacos, cheesy gordita crunch with chicken, shredded chicken burrito, the breakfast grande scrambler, and somebody has written in the quesadilla that's just a burrito question mark.
That's called
I don't know. That's what I
quesadilla
saw on
melt.
Bob's feed, so I just wrote it down.
Okay, it's a quesadilla melt.
Yeah.
Bob, would you say it's good?
Yeah. No, probably not.
Has anyone else here eaten it?
It's cheap though.
No.
It's only $1.
No.
That's
Yeah, but
great,
that
Bob.
potato taco is $1, and that deserves to be there more than that.
That's true. That is absolutely true. I would vote for that before that. So I've removed that from the list.
This is the start of a Game of the Year podcast.
Look, we talk about the important things. We talk about the important things. We can get to games in just a moment, you know? So, let's see. We've got 6 here. I'm going to go ahead and say, guys, that we need to vote for 2. I'll go ahead and start. I'd be remiss if I didn't vote for the thing I order just about every time I go to Taco Bell, the cheesy gordita crunch with chicken. It's very solid. You got to eat it fresh. It's not shredded chicken. It's good chicken. So you've got like cheese in between the taco shell layer and the gordita layer. You've got a nice cheesy sauce, a little bit of lettuce. Yeah, it's some hot sauce. It's real good. I think that's a good item. I'm going to give second place to the ever elusive, my second vote to the ever elusive nacho fries.
They are ever elusive.
They've only been at Taco Bell twice this year.
Just how good they are.
That's a shame. It's a shame. We're going to go to KZ for his votes next. KZ, what's getting your votes?
All right, first vote's going to the nacho fries. They're fantastic. When they first announced them, I went, God is real. We are finally getting some fries of some description. I could do without their queso. Their queso is kind of bad, but those fries are all right.
I'm pretty sure their queso comes from that giant institutional size can of nacho cheese at your Walmart.
Whereas, like, I wouldn't even call it queso. It's just nacho cheese.
It comes from them putting plastic wrap in the boiler, we know.
Yeah, they put plastic wrap in the lard tub.
But all I do is I take their cheese and I just fill it with the hot sauce.
Yeah,
And
it helps.
It helps, yeah.
It really does. Also, keep in mind that nacho fries, if nacho fries didn't exist, you wouldn't get the nacho fries supreme.
Ooh.
You know, with the meat. That's real good.
Nacho fries supreme are very good.
Yes. Okay, so we got nacho fries.
So due to my incredibly terrible palate,
Uh-huh.
I don't like ground beef at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't trust Taco Bell on most ingredients they have anyway.
That could be seen as a smart move.
So I've had to kind of learn through osmosis what I should possibly vote here. And I've seen Bob be very adamant about shredded chicken related Taco Bell products. So I'm just going to vote for the shredded chicken burrito.
Tosh would vote for that if she was on this committee.
It's a good choice.
I mean, there's a lot of value. It's a lot cheaper than the cheesy gordita crunch with chicken.
It is.
You know?
It sounds more appealing. The shredded chicken is like, that might be a decent texture.
It's a lot better than the beef. You know?
Yeah, it's kind of like having barbecue chicken, but it's some sort of weird Taco Bell flavor.
Right.
I like it.
Bob, I'm gonna need your vote.
Okay. Nacho fries for sure.
Okay.
Those things are unassailable.
Yes.
No.
Accurate.
Told you, motherfuckers, this is a shoe-in.
Now here's the real problem. We ordered most of these items tonight.
Yes.
This is the problem with freaking the shredded chicken burrito.
Okay. What
Half
happened?
the time you order it, they don't fill the burrito at all. It's just like an empty burrito shell, an empty tortilla.
That is
with a little bit of stuff in the middle. They forgot the rice.
Yeah, they did on yours. They didn't on mine.
Oh.
Yeah, so the first bite, nothing but tortilla.
Yeah.
The second bite, nothing but cheese.
Yep.
The third bite, nothing but fried chicken.
Yeah.
Maybe one day you'll get to taste every ingredient at once.
Here's the structural beauty of the cheesy gordita crunch with chicken brought to life. They can't have stuck the taco shell in half of it.
Yeah, that's true. So, I like the fried chicken more.
Yeah.
I feel like the Taco Bell chicken tastes too much like hot dogs or something else processed like that.
It tastes too much. Bob.
Like
should we
bologna.
chop up hot dogs and put it into your Taco Bell so that way you could be like, you're right, Dad, this tastes nothing like that.
It's not entirely, but there's just a certain level of preservative that goes that I can taste in it that makes me think
I'm gonna black out.
hot dog. But I'm still gonna give it to the cheesy gordita crunch. It is more expensive, but it has less of a chance of failure.
Yeah, it has less of a chance of failure.
What is expensive for Taco Bell? Like $1.20?
Three something, right?
No, actually, it's more than that.
Like 4.
It's 4. Once you swap out that beef for normal chicken, it's like 4. And it sucks.
Man, that's rich stuff. That's like Boston Market.
Exactly. Like if you look at the nacho
trash.
Shut the fuck up, Phil. I'll beat you to death right now.
That's not a segment on here. We'll talk about that next year.
Okay.
Boston Market. Look forward to it on 2020's Game of the Year. Bob and I will travel to eat at a Boston Market so we can have an opinion.
Very excited to go to Boston Market.
And then all 4 of us will travel to a Shoney's.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, fuck. Shoney's might take it.
If it's anything like it was a decade and a half ago, I'm sure it will.
Yeah. It could. It could.
Rip Barn Hills.
So, like, at one end, you have nacho fries. You got the spicy potato taco. You have affordable options, like the shredded chicken burrito. And then at the other end, you have the cheesy gordita crunch with chicken. I feel like it's good that they don't overlap. I feel like you need a high-end option.
But yeah, if you want to save some money, you can roll those dice and maybe get a good item with the shredded chicken burrito.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Possibly.
It's only like $2.
Oh, that's very cool. Okay, Mr. Feel, I have no idea what way you're voting on this, but you get 2 votes, so feel free to fucking use them.
Nacho fries.
Son of a...
They're too good.
I know! And it makes me mad.
And triple crunch wrap.
Excuse me, did you just vote for triple crunch wrap?
I mean, I'm the one who put it on there, so yes. I love the triple crunch wrap. I wish that it was I wish it was a permanent fixture of the menu. I'd get it every time.
Okay, guys.
This is the most enlightening part of the entire show.
Number 1's locked in with nacho fries. Number 2 is locked in with the cheesy gordita crunch with chicken. We've got a problem, though. Number 3 is not finalized. It is currently tied between the shredded chicken burrito and the triple crunch wrap. So we're all gonna get to vote once on one of these 2. We'll start with Bob. Bob,
the shredded chicken burrito. The only time I ever got a triple crunch wrap, they couldn't shut the thing. It was too much stuff in it.
Because it's so full. It's so full of value.
you know what?
Also, I got the name wrong. It's the triple double crunch wrap.
This is true. This is true. It is called that. I'm voting for the triple.
When you put it on
double
the ground,
wrap.
when you put it on the table, you take the triple double crunch wrap, just set it down, and goes. It just thud.
Yes, accurate.
It breaks the table. It's 800 calories on its own.
Oh my god!
I would get one of those and nothing else, and that would be my dinner.
I would get one of those and leave without my dignity because there's no room for it in my stomach.
Okay.
So I'm voting for the triple double crunch wrap. Bob's voting for the shredded chicken burrito. I feel like you're probably voting for the triple double crunch wrap.
Correct.
KZ.
What's in a crunch wrap?
Okay, so
ground beef, cheese, and then it has a top layer of tomato and lettuce and sour cream.
now KZ, what you need to understand.
Mm-hmm.
The Crunchwrap is a structure, and within it there are layers made by flat taco shells that are hard.
Tostitas, I think. Is that right?
No, probably not.
Tostada
Bob.
shit.
Tostada.
Okay, I was like, Bobby, you have named a type of
brand
of chip.
Would you like me to sell the triple double crunch?
No.
wrap,
I'm good. Just people are asking questions. So KZ, normally when you get a crunch wrap, it is a soft tortilla shell wrapped around a hard flat tortilla shell that is fried. And on one side you have your cool items like your lettuce and tomato, maybe sour cream, and on the other side you have your hot items. So it's your meat and your cheese, like a cheese sauce. KZ, now imagine there were 2 layers because you have stuck there are 3 layers because you've stuck 2 of these fucking hard shells in this son of a bitch, and you stuck way too much meat and cheese in it. That is a triple double crunch.
Now, see, the reason the triple double crunch wrap is so good is the normal crunch wrap is a little bit light on the meat and cheese. You get some bites where all that you're really tasting is tomato and lettuce, and that's no good. You don't want to feel like you're eating a salad when you go to Taco Bell.
Oh yeah, no. Who wants to eat vegetables?
Crunchy water.
With the triple double crunch wrap, it firmly solidifies the tomato and lettuce as accoutrements to the horrible, unhealthy beef and cheese. So you take a bite, or whatever meat you select in it, because I think you can still get it subbed. So you take the bite and you get the strong umami flavors of the meat and cheese. And then you get the vegetables after that kind of refreshes you and makes you eager to continue eating this 800 calorie block of death.
Now, as ridiculous as it sounds, KZ, that is an accurate description. That is exactly how that works out. Also, yes, Phil, you can replace the beef in it. Because I've eaten it. If there's an item on the menu, you can't replace the beef, and I've never eaten it because their beef is fucking gross.
I don't think there's just any menu item you can't do a sub.
You can replace the beef in a nacho supreme with normal grilled chicken. They'll just give you a look. They'll be like, this dumbass.
Right. No, I've taken the beefy nacho burrito and like put chicken in there instead.
They're like, you dumb son of a bitch. It says beefy in the title.
Bob,
what's up?
Sell me on the shredded chicken burrito.
Look, the main feature of the shredded chicken burrito we haven't talked about yet is the special sauce.
Okay.
It's got this dressing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of I guess it's kind of like a ranchy sort of dressing. It's got a sort of fruity flavor to it.
Bob, that's their avocado ranch sauce.
That's it. The avocado ranch sauce. That's what they call it. It's very good.
Oh man.
And if they do it right, it's like soaked in it. So you have the
it's good. It's very good. I've never eaten a burrito before.
So you get your rice, you get your shredded chicken, you get the sauce. And the cheese. It all really blends together when they fold it right.
And how much is this, Bob?
This is only $2. Maybe $2.18.
It says here on the website $2.50.
$2.50? Okay. Somewhere.
Also, this is unrealistic. This is never how this shit looks. It never looks anything resembling that. I'm gonna post this in the Discord. Don't expect it to ever look like that.
That looked
idealistic.
Show me a picture of the triple double crunch wrap.
I will send you.
Fair.
Imagine the value. Imagine the value.
What?
Yeah, no, that's real. That's real. You see how it's $5 and it comes with little Cinetwists and a hard taco and a drink?
You know, if I thought this thread would have put cinnamon twists on this thing, it's all compromised now.
That's true.
Honestly, if we were gonna put any dessert item on it, it has to be those fucking accursed little Cinnabon spheres of death.
Oh yeah, I love popping 5 of those and just feeling ill and then throwing up out back behind the Taco Bell.
I enjoy their caramel apple empanada.
They're fake freaking whatever those twisters are terrible. They've tried
the Cinetwists, Grandpa?
Yeah.
We said 6 times.
The Cinetwists are the things they give me if they screw up my order. I'm like, this is trash. Why'd you give
my
me
God,
this?
it just tastes like disappointment now to you, huh?
Yeah. Once they gave you one of the empanadas.
I'm sorry, Bob, but I was given those cinnamon twists as a child when I was like 3 years old. So it's just like, yeah, that's the natural. That's the constant.
Yeah, no, my parents fed me them too.
The Cinetwists are fine unless you have eaten a churro in the past year and then they're garbage.
What is?
Because they're trying to be a churro, but they just aren't.
I never run into the churro conundrum. So thankfully that doesn't happen. I am still under catatonic shock from the triple double crunch wrap.
Yeah, no, it's powerful.
It is some sort of dangerous beast.
It looks as big as Bob's head.
It is a top level danger beast.
It is the towering Microsoft obelisk of graphics of Taco Bell items.
That's accurate. This is the Crunch Wrap Series X.
After much deliberation and in an attempt to make the Taco Bell section somehow 20 minutes,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have to pick the shred chicken burrito.
Fucking.
Now we're tied. I guess it just wasn't meant to be. We just can't decide a solid winner.
Okay, then there's no third place.
Nope.
Unless we just want to throw Cinetwists on this list, and I don't think Bob's going to come along for that ride.
I mean, you guys can show it there.
I'm not going for Cinetwist.
Yeah, nobody's going to vote for it except KZ.
I mean, I would vote for the Cinetwist.
What? I think it's a perfectly fine side thing.
By the way, here's a free category. Worst Taco Bell item. The rattlesnake burrito.
Oh God, that was
What's
gross.
the rattlesnake burrito?
It's a burrito with the nacho fries in it and steak and jalapenos and jalapeno ranch sauce. It's gross.
It was really gross. So we only have top 2 best Taco Bell items. Nacho fries comes in first by a landslide, and then the cheesy gordita crunch with chicken comes in second. And then I guess shredded chicken burrito and the triple double crunch wrap are tied for third.
I guess you'll just have to eat both in one sitting.
And then 5 Cinnabons, and then go out behind the Taco Bell and
then a large Baja Blast just so you get 150 grams of sugar.
I am in shock that Phil reveals the thing that he really likes. Dan is just like, what the fuck are you talking about? You show it to me. It's the biggest thing I've ever seen from a fast food place.
It is fucking huge.
I wouldn't even get the box. I just get that and that's it.
Yeah,
it's like if 6 McGriddles fucked.
McGriddles are trash compared to the triple double crunch wrap.
Okay, now I'm gonna punch you in the fucking eye.
Someone tried to turn the Mexican pizza into an item you can use portably.
Oh, that seems smart.
What?
The Mexican pizza at Taco Bell. You've never had it?
Yeah, I know about
they
that.
Still
but
have
it's like
that?
portably?
It's a secret item. You can now order it, but it's not on their actual menu. You have to just tell them you want it.
Item?
Yeah, it's on the secret menu.
It used to be on the menu.
Yeah, it used to be on the menu.
I guess they realized, that's kind of fucking stupid.
If you say Viva la Raza next to a Taco Bell employee, they take you to the back where they have their guns and Mexican pizza menu.
I hate secret menus. It's always like fucking, yes, person working for $9.25. I mean, not $9.20, $7.25. Can I get this thing that's not on your menu? Because there's like a 50% chance they don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and then they're just gonna stare at you. And then you're just going to want to kill yourself.
Well, we need to steer this podcast back towards gaming. So we're going to talk about the biggest disappointment in 2019.
Ooh.
The candidates for biggest disappointment are Astral Chain, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Minoria, Legend of Zelda's Link's Awakening, Switch 2019 lineup? That's broad.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
I threw that one on there today because it's like, oh no, every game I wanted on the Switch ended up being bad.
Oh my God. Wendy's Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Wonder who wrote that in, Bob.
It wasn't me.
I wrote it for Bob.
You can't write things for other people, KZ.
Oh, might as well keep it.
I'm just gonna delete that.
No,
I
don't
might vote
delete
for it.
No, it's gone.
Yeah,
It's in the void now.
Phil Spencer talking about Xbox Series X and then showing a Ninja Theory trailer. In the last trailer at the VGAs being a licensed game that looked like a 360 launch title. These are the candidates for the biggest disappointment of 2019. Gentlemen, there are 7 candidates. I'm going to say we get 3 votes. Is everyone okay with that?
that's
That
fair.
seems like a lot for 7, but okay.
It's
Then
7.
should
I
add
guess
the
we need
Wendy's
nuance.
chicken bacon cheeseburger back in the
No, it's
3
fine.
votes.
It's fine. Okay.
Gentlemen,
Okay.
there are 8 candidates.
Yeah.
You get 3 votes.
Owned.
I'm going to go first. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Astral Chain.
Yeah, that's right.
And, oh man, Bob's entry is making a lot of sense. The Legend of Zelda
Right?
Link's Awakening.
All 3
Oh,
of the
no.
freaking games.
Wow.
No.
That's why I
Now-
was like, it's,
All right,
Now,
hold
I'm
on.
gonna real quick explain some stuff because
Yes.
Casey, are you removing all 3 of those games and then putting my votes threefold into Switch?
No, I'm
29?
just counting it as that. Just so at the end we can talk about that aspect.
Okay.
So, Astral Chain, let me talk about it a bit. Astral Chain has a really bad story. Like, really bad.
Sure
Like-
does.
Like,
Yep.
morons way into Chuny shit and wanted to rip off Ava and can't write for fucking dog shit bad.
I think it's worse than that, but okay.
The frame rate's insanely bad. We spent an insanely long amount of time talking about how disappointing this game was on our spoiler cast.
Yep.
It is truly the most hope I had for a platinum game, probably this entire gen, and the most devastated I was by a platinum game, or I don't like this year. Probably the most disappointed I am, but this gen also a serious contender for most disappointing game. Zelda Link's Awakening, I had a soft lock that set me back over an hour. The game doesn't run well at all. Yeah, and the dungeon thing was kind of bad. Like the build your own dungeon element.
yeah, that was really bad.
I spent a really long time going through that, and they stick some heart pieces in there, and it just doesn't.
Oh, okay. I never did it.
It's not that great. So yeah,
Put
there's.
the dungeon on the amiibo and send it to your friend.
But why?
Because that's the only way that they can play your dungeon.
Because Nintendo can't fucking be normal.
It's just a severe disappointment. So that's why I voted for those. Pokemon Sword and Shield, I feel like people can just assume.
Yeah.
But we'll get into it more, I'm sure. Mr. Feel, would you like to throw down your votes?
Okay, Astral Chain.
Okay.
It's like he slams his fist onto the buzzer.
Minoria.
Okay.
Someone who put that on there. That game was really disappointing to me.
Yeah, go ahead and explain for the audience.
Ninja Theory. Okay, Minoria is the follow-up to Momodora Reverie of the Under the Moonlight, or Reverie of the Moonlight Witch. I forget the exact title. But that game's great. Like, it's only like 4 hours long. It benefits a lot from only having to be like 4 hours long. It looks really pretty. It has fantastic music. All the designs are really cool. It has great sprite art that's like kind of like a style that you don't see very much, where like nothing has an outline. It's just a fantastic game. Minoria is a 2D game, but in 3D. The 3D doesn't look good. The animations don't look good. Combat suffers because I guess they couldn't figure out how to make hitboxes feel good on these 3D models. So something that'll happen a lot is you will try to use your dodge to dodge through a large enemy or a boss, which you have to do because, you know, they'll corner you in the room and you'll just take a hit because one pixel of your hitbox will be inside theirs when your iframes wear off. The character, like, it looks so much more drab. The color choices are way worse. The music isn't nearly as memorable to me. And just like the enemies are way more boring. It's just overall an enormous downgrade in every possible way.
Okay. And then you said the one after that is Phil Spencer talking about the Xbox Series X and then showing a Ninja Theory trailer. Would you like to elaborate?
When I said
Both streams say the same thing of, wow me, Phil, never mind.
I figured Phil Spencer seems relatively normal. You can't be that normal when you're the executive of a giant company, but he seems relatively normal.
Yeah, he wears jeans.
I feel like Phil Spencer must, in my head before this, I thought for sure that Phil Spencer had looked at the lineup of games from the past gen for the Xbox One and been like, we can't do that again.
Yeah.
And then he's like, here's our new Naughty Dog, Ninja Theory, a company that has never made a game that both reviewed and sold well. In fact, I don't think they've ever made a game that sold well. I think they've made games that reviewed well, but I don't think they've ever made a game that sold well.
Yeah, I feel like the best they've done is reviewed well.
I'm thinking about what they could have shown at the time, and it's like, I don't know, they want to blow the Halo load thing yet. That seems like
it'll probably look bad.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. They're gonna wait on that. And I think what else do they have? Half finished Forza trailer or something that doesn't show the power of the Xbox Series X. So this is really their only option.
I feel like they should have a Forza trailer by now. It's been 2 years since the main series.
Well, Bob, they're going to show the Forza game when they show the console for real and talk details in the coming months. You better believe that's on the forefront because unlike Sony, who has been, I don't even have to be elaborate. Unlike Drive Club situation, you can see Forza and go, that game's going to ship and be good. You don't need to be concerned.
Right.
So I think that's going to be there. People have confidence in Forza. Halo's looking rough.
Because when you look about like the Xbox slate of games and things they offer to you, story thing, I don't think enters anyone's brain about anything Xbox. So this is the closest thing that they have.
Are you telling me that cool trailer for Gears 5 where they showed the faces ripping out of her face?
Oh, God. I forgot.
Trailer of the year.
Is that not on our worst trailer list?
I don't think it is.
I'm adding it.
Okay. Go ahead and add it.
It might win. Okay, so...
Shit.
Having just talked about this, we're going to move on to KZ's vote. KZ, give me your votes.
Astral Chain, which is the sad disappointment because I spent a good chunk of that game liking it.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you reach like Chapter 7, for example, which I still maintain is my favorite part of that game because that's the chasing the kaiju throughout the stage. And you're helping people along the way, and it has a decent pace to it. Mm-hmm. And then the chapter right after it is the worst one in the game.
Yes, that's literally when the game takes a nosedive and goes to smash into the earth.
Like, obviously, we don't want to relitigate fucking Astral Chain, but I wanted so bad to like Astral Chain, and then it's just like, wow, I'm kind of having fun. Here's the worst platforming in history.
Yeah, it's stuff like that.
Okay, well that's over. I'm kind of having fun again. Here's the fight against the Arm Legion, which fucking sucks. Okay, I'm past that. Time for Beast Legion platforming. I'm just like, oh my fucking God.
It's fine. They can't think of anything else to hurt me, and they're like, hey bud, I need you to move these cars.
Balance the ice cream.
Balance the ice cream.
You're reminding me the worst part of that game is during that minigame shit where they're like, all right, you're going to get on the Beast Legion, you're going to collect chiral crew, whatever they were.
Red matter. Chiral is Death Stranding.
Okay, they're all they're crystal.
Whatever,
shit.
It's the whatever matter, red matter.
Yeah, you're collecting your gubbins and you're running on the Beast Legion and you have to keep up a chain in that game to get your score up. You touch or graze anything, a random character will look at you and say, what are you doing? and then they make you, and then the character stalls and basically T-poses for long enough to break your chain. Sometimes that happened to me, where a character said, "What are you doing?" The game is broken and is showing someone from across the map and showing their ass. They don't even turn to me.
They were talking through their butt.
Yeah, they were talking through their ass. And I'm like, this is just... There are so many things that feel like they purposely made their game bad to own me. Like that and the platforming. And overall, I came out really disappointed. But there's some good high points, but
Yeah.
it's because Platinum's doing the same thing they do in every single game in the Platinum video game factory.
I think the best parts of Astral Chain are unique from all their other games.
Yeah.
I think this game is just 100% an example of them not executing anything well, but having so many good ideas. And that's what makes it so disappointing.
Incredibly mean.
Sure.
But in the event, because we have Babylon's Fall being shown, if they reveal a new game that has the same energy as Babylon's Fall, where it's like, and you're just making another one of these, has that same energy to it, I'm gonna start calling Platinum the Tokyo RPG factory of action games.
Oh, that is really rough.
That's the harshest thing you could conceivably say.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I'm about to go biological weapon on this fucking statement. I'm just saying, maybe we should work on some new ideas.
I think one of the worst parts of Astral Chain is all that stuff that comes back from other Platinum games is worse than in any other Platinum game.
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
I mean, something KZ didn't even talk about with the weird Liger collect the matter mission. It runs the worst it ever runs throughout the whole game because it's simulating this open, large environment with tons of NPCs and collectibles everywhere. It's running at like 18 frames a second.
Yeah, I'm glad I just refused to play these things. I literally just would not even play them.
To get that good rank that you want, like I think it was like S+ in that game. To get that good rank, you have to do so much collecting in that specific one that you need to keep up a chain for 90, 100 seconds straight.
Yeah.
And you can't stop moving. So you're eventually, it's like turning this car going 80 miles an hour.
Yes.
I spent an hour and a half on it.
You mean a Hummer that has shit turning radius, not a car.
It's not great. Also, when I was trying to clean up other chapters to get S+ in that, because the ranking system is a little bit weird, but there was the mission in which they're like, hey, every time you want to repeat this, you have to go through Lappy's tutorials again every single time. There's one of them where it's train with the gun. Oh, your character's too strong now, so you actually kill things too quickly, which means you don't do enough variety in your combat, so you can't get the S+ easily. And that somehow became the hardest thing to get good rank on in the game for me. Because I was melting through things because I had upgraded my gun. Eventually I got one where I did like a chain in the air with a juggle combo, which is kind of challenging. At least it was for me. And then I got it. But yeah, disappointed. I hope their other games are a bit better. Maybe I'd like it more if it was on not the Switch, I guess, because then it'd run better.
Yeah.
Maybe the frame rate would go up by at least 8.
Yeah. It would finally break through that coveted territory of 30 frames per second into that glorious afterlife that is 35 to 43.
Oh man, Final Fantasy 15 is great.
Yeah!
It starts with a search for the finest frame rate.
You can actually get like 55 to 60 frames a second if you look down at a campsite in Final Fantasy 15 and run around in a circle.
Yeah, that shit's weird.
Hype.
Yeah.
So,
my other one, shit. Let's look at here. No idea what the Minoria thing is aside from just now and the segment on Big Think like a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
I don't want to vote for the Fast and the Furious trailer. But that was kind of a bummer when we realized, oh shit, this is really it. I enjoyed Link's Awakening despite the clear, nightmarishly bad performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Looking
performance
forward
was...
to playing that game on the Switch Pro when it comes out the same day as the PS5 and the Xbox
Shut
Series
the
X.
fuck up.
Okay, so
I'll
that's
play it
pretty
in 4K and cost $700.
good. You know what? I will. Oh my god! I will vote for Phil Spencer talking about the Series X games than showing Ninja Theory, because Phil got it in my head that there was at least some chance we would get a Banjo remake called Banjo Redooey.
That was in a bunch of leaks that they were remaking the first two and calling it Banjo Redooey.
And I'm like, that's the funniest name of all time. It has to be real, please.
It's just an iPhone 11, but it lights itself on fire. That's what the Switch Pro is.
But yeah, those are mine.
Okay. So yours were Astral Chain and that?
Yeah, Astral Chain and Phil Spencer.
Are we voting on 3?
Casey, I think, Casey, you have one more vote.
Oh shit, we're doing 3 on this. My bad.
You don't feel strongly about a third. Feel free to not vote.
Yeah, I'm double checking here. Double checking.
Did you eat a Wendy's Junior Bacon Cheeseburger?
The Switch 2019 lineup.
That would put that at 1 vote.
No, it puts it at like 18.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we put it at...
Actually, no, I don't even believe that. I'll just abstain on the third vote. Fuck it.
Okay,
I don't feel strongly about anything else.
That's fine. I totally support that sort of thought.
Yeah, I mean, this is a negative section. Don't feel like you need to be down on something you don't feel actually legitimately down
shit,
on.
man. If it's a positive section and you don't think anything's good, don't vote for it
That too,
either.
yeah. I didn't think if we would have any sections that are positive and you can't find something you like.
Okay, so Bob, you haven't gone yet.
I feel like I just have to go with the trilogy that is those bad Twitch games this year.
Oh my god.
Because Zelda, Link's Awakening Original is one of my
directional movement.
One of my favorite Zelda games, and they didn't add a single feature I wanted. I just want something that played like freaking the 3DS game.
Yeah,
the Link Between Worlds.
Yeah, Link Between Worlds.
That's
feels
all
way
I wanted.
sharper. Yeah.
And they couldn't give me a single feature like that. So yeah, no, that was trash. And then we bent over what's wrong with Pokemon.
Yeah, I feel like we don't need to have the talk about they cut over half of the fucking roster. The game's plot fucking sucks. The last 3
yeah, we
gyms
don't need to
suck.
talk
The game
about
doesn't
that.
have a plot.
The last 3
The game
gyms are
doesn't-
hallways
it's
or
missing
rooms.
The entire story.
Yeah, we get it.
I'm just doing
It has the
Cliff
worst
Note.
online UI in history.
Okay, that thing's insane, and I think it's funny because it gives me a PlayStation Near atmosphere where it's just like we put this man on drugs and made him observe the competition.
I like that it has a button to let you turn the frame rate to 0 when you're in the wild area.
Bob, it wasn't
that
0.
That lifted it up a point.
It was 14. Thank you, Digital Foundry. Is there?
Because I feel
Yeah, I
strongly about the Xbox Series X thing, but not as strongly as this. And that was a lousy way to end the VGAs, but didn't upset me nearly as much as these games.
Right. Like I'm not gonna be thinking about how I wish that conference had a patch so its performance was good a year from now.
In Minoria, look, Momodora is really good. It wasn't a Pokemon. It wasn't a Zelda. This is the first bad Zelda game they've done in years.
Oh man. I didn't play enough of Triforce Heroes to know, but from the demo that was delightful.
Like that seemed like it was good for what it was going for. I
Right.
wasn't particularly interested in what it was going for, but didn't seem like it was a poor execution.
Right. Okay, that's fair.
Link's Awakening is debatably the best Zelda game, and then you make a shoddy remake of it.
The weirdest thing is they haven't patched it once since launch.
Yeah.
Like
I'm waiting. I haven't even opened it. Well, I did open it, and then that annoys me because I would have returned it and waited for it to get a patch. But it's just sitting here on my shelf, it's like sitting here on my shelf, like, I'll play you when you get a patch, and failing that when the Switch Pro comes out.
Like, it's just so weird because I didn't play it for a solid month because I was so busy with so many things regarding the channel that I didn't have free time. And then I played a full month later, not a single patch. Soft locks the fucking game, so I have to roll progress back an hour and a half. Thank God I was using 2 separate save files. Like, fuck.
Now I'm thinking about how I could have bought Hyrule Warriors, and I'd be way happier with
God
that.
damn it, why did you make me think about that?
Oh, I should go back to Hyrule Warriors at some point. That game was pretty good.
Damn it.
That's pretty cool.
Apparently, it has still not gotten a patch.
Yeah, no, that thing just, they don't care.
For some reason, third-party Nintendo, they're like, we're okay with you looking bad.
Even if you're using one of our biggest IPs, it's fine.
They'll just be like, man, those guys fucked up, am I right? While they elbow me, the consumer.
Yeah, it's basically what I assume. It's like, all right, it's like Nintendo EPD. Of course, we'll like get something going with this. But Grezzo, who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit?
We think we should patch it. I think we can get some frames out of this. Shut the fuck up.
We here at Nintendo want you to shut the fuck up.
They got sent to the next console the next content mines that they're gonna have to dig a new game out of.
Okay, guys. So here's the deal. We've got 4 votes on Astral Chain, 2 on Pokemon, 2 on Link's Awakening, and 2 on Phil Spencer talking about the Xbox Series X and then showing a Ninja 3 trailer.
How about we could each get 1? That seems like it would resolve it.
Yeah, so we're gonna vote on 2nd through 4th place, get 1 vote each, and hopefully we can resolve at least a 2nd place by doing that. Well, we will have to resolve a 2nd place by doing that, in theory. Let me delete these numbers out of here. Okay, we'll start with Feel. If you had to choose one of these 3.
Zelda. Because
Okay.
you're just talking about it like I'm staring at
You
the
can't
case
even
on my
play it.
shelf. I can't even play it.
Your body can't touch it.
Bob?
This is really hard. Yeah,
Did you
Zelda.
even beat Zelda? I was about to say, did you even get through that?
No, I got like a few hours in, and I couldn't.
Yeah, that answer.
KZ, do you feel about any of these?
There were some parts of like the Phil Spencer thing. You're absolutely right, where it's like disappointments. A press conference thing. I feel like that's easily outpaced by video games that have the potential to be played forever. Pokemon didn't really disappoint me for the most part. But Zelda. There were parts that I think were some low points with it. I played it on the hard mode too. Yeah, I'd probably say Zelda because there were some parts that just ran really rough to the point where I died a couple of times because the performance was so bad. I'm looking at you, Swamp Area with all the thorns in it.
Yeah, Swamp Area was confoundingly bad running. Like, I just stared at it running like shit, and I was confused.
It, like, drops to 19 frames, and enemies were dealing. Yeah, I was also playing on hard, so I had 3 hearts, so some things would just kill me in, like, 1 hit or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember it being particularly rough over there. But yeah, I can't say there's anything special about that one, so despite me going, this was relatively pleasant, I have no desire to ever really play it again.
Okay. I'm going to vote Pokemon because it was the worst one in fucking 2 decades. Fuck that game.
Yeah.
So it takes 3rd place.
What a surprise! The Pokemon hater who's never liked Pokemon before.
Yeah, that's
vote
me,
for
all
it.
right.
It sure is.
The guy with over 400 fucking Pokemon. That's me.
I really got to go back and play X and Y and see if it's better than Sword and Shield. That might be scary to find out.
So the biggest disappointments of 2019 are Astral Chain with 1st place. Who could have seen that coming? Legend of Zelda with 2nd place. Who could have seen that coming? Pokemon Sword and Shield with 3rd place. Who could have seen that coming?
Which means, in a fucked up way, the actual winner is the Switch 2019 lineup.
Which is weird because if you asked me at most parts of this year, I'd have been like, man, they have a great lineup unlike these other consoles.
Right, but then those things started coming out and it's like, oh no.
Well, they put out Fire Emblem, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. I've
that's
heard
good.
nothing really negative about Luigi's Mansion 3, but I never played it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Many games.
Yeah, you don't often hear people complain or rant or rave about a screensaver either, but you know.
Oh. I kind of like what I played of Demon X Machina, but I haven't played enough to.
You got to get all those mecha DLC like fucking Gerald.
Like Code Geass.
For anyone who's curious,
Big Renton.
I beat and played through both Luigi's Mansion 1 and 2 at their respective launches. Fooled me once. Shame on you. Fooled me twice. God damn it, Nintendo. You're not shaming me 3 fucking times. Fuck you.
Oh, but see, Luigi's Mansion 3 has to do well enough that they don't cut next level games off, but too poorly to make them make the next one so they can let them go back to Punch Out.
That would be great.
Yeah, let
I
them
hope
make
so.
anything else, please.
Anything else.
Punch Out or Pilot Wings.
One of those.
This is how this works for those developers, where you're like, all right, they made this thing. Now the Switch is still going, so now they get to move on to the other thing. It's like when you get excited, or at least I do, when I go, all right, Camelot finished tennis, it's time for golf. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also, that Yoshi game they put out was all right. Pleasantly surprised, because I hate Yoshi games past like the first one they did, the Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, Yoshi's Crafted World is good.
Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and do game that shipped too soon.
Another great topic.
Number 1, Days Gone. Number 2, Pokemon Sword and Shield. Number 3, Jedi Fallen Order. Number 4, Code Vein. Number 5,
a game delayed by an entire year.
Number 5, and I'm just seeing this for the first time, everything Ubisoft shipped this year.
Oh no!
It's true.
Yeah. No, they came out with a press statement saying that was the case.
Yeah.
Then I feel like that should win in this category should be just between 2nd and 3rd place.
Probably.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
That press release was joined with them delaying every single thing they had announced.
So there we go. Number 1, game that shipped too soon. Everything Ubisoft shipped this year. We're now debating for 2nd and 3rd place among Days Gone, Pokemon Swish, Jedi Foe, and Code Vein. We get 1 vote each.
Also, as a player of all the Ubisoft games, since I have a contact there, yeah, that's accurate. I played all those games.
I'm voting for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Mr. Feel.
Here's the thing. Pokemon Sword and Shield is the only game that is actually incomplete and isn't just polish. So Pokemon.
KZ.
Jedi Fallen Order, because I don't see Pokemon as an incomplete as people say.
That's fair. I would like to not fall through the ground mid-combat. That would be swell.
Because when I think of like what's the incomplete parts of Pokemon, it's like the roster thing that just looks like it's some predatory strategy they're doing now. The last gym, I guess. Just
last 3 gyms.
The last 3 gyms, dude.
Things in every other game aren't in this one for seemingly no reason. Like they give you an escape rope, and there's 2 places you can use it in the entire game.
How is it the last 3 gyms? There's a complete puzzle in the.
So the very last gym is you entering a room you've already been in before, and you do a battle gauntlet against 3 people.
Yeah.
The second to last gym is a single hallway that they say is a city. The 3rd or 4th to last gym, I can't remember the exact placement, it's a quiz show, and that's the whole design of the gym.
Oh, that's the 5th gym, not the 6th gym.
Yeah, it's the 5th gym, not the 6th
gym. And you.
So because it wasn't because if it's not extravagant as you want, it's not finished, or.
No, because there were fantastical, interesting designs for the first few gyms, and then the rest shit the bed.
Yeah, but that one completely fits with what that character's doing.
Yes, that time when they cut the corner, it was fine because it was funny and it made sense for the character. The next 2 times they did it, it was fucking sad.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, there's lots of plot stuff.
I can't agree with the 7th gym either, to be honest.
I mean, that's fair, but you can agree with the plot stuff where it goes fucking sicko mode after the 7th gym and
yes,
implies,
absolutely. I can agree with the way they did the plot is stupid, but stuff like the 7th gym where you're running through a linear city where it's just like, oh, it's like a beat 'em up because you're fighting thugs and then they light up the move once you've taken them out. I didn't really find that incomplete.
It was just a straight line where you do 3 battles. It was the most sad thing I've ever seen in a gym. Well, other than the one right after it. But whatever.
Bob, what's your vote?
It's Pokemon.
Okay.
Like, Jedi Fallen Order, yeah, it's a polish thing.
Yeah.
It really needs a lot more polish. Pokemon's missing the end of the game, and it's an RPG, and that's not okay.
Okay. I'm curious. I didn't put Code Vein on here. I haven't played it. I'm curious about the argument for it. I assume that was Phil.
It was me. It just does things like you try to open a door from the side that doesn't have the knob, so you teleport 3 feet to the left in 1 frame to open the door. It's the game drops to like 10 frames a second when you hit a loading gate. And just shits its pants for 20 seconds.
Gotcha.
A lot of the animations look really rough. The frame rate dies in a lot of places. There's one area that is just endless white catwalks, and I cannot imagine that was what they originally intended.
Okay. And
it is mind obliterating.
And in Days Gone, I've seen the Twitter videos of just near launch. That game had enormous problems. I mean, just the sheer quantity of patches they've put in, like in the weeks following, in the
crazy
months
taxi
following.
Mode.
Yeah, now it has crazy taxi.
You quit using fast travel because you were afraid the game would crash every time you did it.
You know, it's fucked up. I was about to say, where's Ghost Recon Breakpoint that I remembered #1 is every Ubisoft game?
I was like, KZ, it's at the top. Like, I thought your sentence was going to end there. I'm like, where is it?
Yeah, I got shell shocked.
Okay,
I was like,
so
isn't that the game where Phil launched it and then tried to share something with PS4 and then it crashed the game?
Yeah, that is that game.
that was the game with the mutoid children that still haunt me when I close my eyes.
Oh, God.
Also the game where I died in a mission, it respawned me and said, "Good job, you did it."
You know, at least the Division 2 came out in a better state than it did with the first one, in which they had to queue people in the online like missions where it forced them into a virtual line. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah,
Where
that was something.
That was some early MMO feel. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it was PlayStation Home.
Yes, it was PlayStation Home-esque. Okay, so we're done with this category. The top 3 were everything Ubisoft shipped this year because they apparently admitted it in a fucking press release.
That means I gotta go find out how many games did they ship.
I think it was just Division and Ghost Recon. I don't think they shipped anything else.
And Far Cry.
Oh my God.
They shipped Far Cry, New Dawn, The Tree of Might.
And they pushed off all those games. Like,
yeah.
All
every
of them.
delay,
2019.
every game.
Yeah.
They shipped.
I think the only thing they did not delay was Watch Dogs.
No, that was delayed too.
That was delayed too.
Was it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, they delayed that shit 6 months.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be March.
Yeah.
Oh, they just did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the thing where they said in response we're delaying Gods and Monsters and Beyond and Watch Dogs, because I'm looking at a list of the games they released this year: Trials Rising, Far Cry New Dawn, Anno 1800, The Division 2, Breakpoint, and Just Dance.
Huh. But yeah, top 3, everything Ubisoft shipped this year that they admitted themselves was rushed, and they need to not do that.
God, that Far Cry.
Second place is Pokemon Sword and Shield, and third place is Jedi Fallen Order.
You would die from mid.
You would die
if you
from
played
mid
that fucking game from Far Cry New Dawn.
I'm gonna be
Far
honest.
Cry, we used the same map again, but we added purple.
I'm gonna be honest. If I didn't play the original Far Cry that the map is based on, Far Cry 4, I'd probably still give that game a 5. If I play Far Cry 4 and then that game, God even knows.
No, this is based on Far Cry 5.
5. Sorry, I forgot there's a 5th one.
Yeah, that's the American one where it's the cult dude.
I know what happens
the cult
in the game.
Dude, and everybody was like, I'm going to kill Trump supporters, and then there was nothing even remotely political about it.
I literally just forgot what number it was. I remember the exact game. I think Aggro played that.
Yeah, I say that because I really like 4. 4's the one with pagan men.
It has the
part of the era where Troy Baker was in everything.
That definitely seems like the best one, Far Cry 4.
And
I just like the setting.
A very good category to follow this up with: most likely to get delayed for 2020. Our candidates are Halo Infinite.
God, this is a bad list.
Oh, it really is. Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghostwire Tokyo.
No.
God.
No, that's not
okay. We need to remove Final Fantasy VII Remake because the entire fucking game leaked. That shit isn't getting delayed.
I don't know. You can leak data out of a grave.
They have everything, Dan. People were posting mega links to the entire soundtrack.
You know what? I'm just going to leave it up there, and people could vote for it if they want, and they could vote for it if they don't.
How is No More Heroes not on this list?
Oh my God! One moment. No More Heroes 3. Okay. Okay, so Ghostwire Tokyo, Psychonauts 2. Jesus, fuck this list. Babylon's Fall, Bayonetta 3. This one just says Platinum Games. Who wrote this?
Oh, in parentheses it says closed down.
That's not a game.
We were having a lot of fun at 4 a.m. when we were drafting these.
The recently added No More Heroes 3. And the number 9, which is also not a game, Mighty Number 9 review, and beneath that it says in a nested list, KZ Sonic Month, and beneath that in a nested list it says feels streaming anything, and beneath that in a nested list it says Bob sleeps. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. That's not a game.
Didn't say game most likely to be delayed.
Oh my God, you're right.
Do you want me to put it back? I'll put it back.
No.
Okay.
No. All right. How many we get? 2, 3?
Because the Mighty Number 9, the Mighty Number 9 review would have won. Let's be real.
I feel like Bayonetta 3 hasn't been officially announced for 2020, but I guess we could leave it here just in case.
Games can get delayed before we know when they're coming out.
That's true.
We can do that.
You know when a game appears and then they just don't talk about it for a year and a half? Like they're like, here's some gameplay, and then nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That. Okay, so yeah, I guess we get 3 votes since there are 8. That sounds good to me. Everyone else agree?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna put my number 1 is Halo Infinite.
You put a 9 on that at first.
You're damn right it is.
Halo Infinite is losing tons of important staff.
I feel like they'll ship it no matter what.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
They can't do the Master Chief Collection again, where it's being patched for 5
They
years.
will do what Master Chief Against was a grin.
They'll do it because 3 years from now, when they fixed Halo Infinite to a degree, people will go, look at that great turnaround. Microsoft's good at supporting their games. And you'll be like,
I fucking hate that logic so much.
People are doing that right now with the Master Chief Collection.
Oh, man, they're doing such a good job with these red rings. They're really taking care of their customers.
Really taking care of their customers. I actually had to hear a person say that, and I wanted to punch them.
All right, what's your other?
Bayonetta 3. I do not think there's a world in which that ships in 2020 unless it's in a really dire state.
They keep saying, yeah, it's going to be different.
Unless
it's
they've
going to
done
be
some
way
black magic
way
to
different.
I please, I want Bayonetta 3 to be good so fucking bad.
I mean, me too.
I want Platinum I want them to make a game as good as MGR again.
You don't want my thing to come true. My awful state.
Yes, I really don't. The reason that hurt me so much, the reason that hurt me so much is because I'd have to agree with you if it came to that.
Yeah, I would love if Bayo 3 comes out and you're like, oh, man, they added a lot of really cool stuff here, and it feels like this. It feels like when a studio, like, who makes a certain type of game makes that generational jump.
But it's on the Switch, so it can't do that.
Yeah, but I feel like a jump even in maybe the game design in some way, where it's like, oh, they're finally doing something. I want to have that cool feeling I get when it's like, oh, Kingdom Hearts isn't on a portable anymore, or oh, Tales of is using a new engine for the first time in 14 years.
There's definitely cases where it's like a developer will release games, regularly, and they're good, but like there's certain things where it's like, okay, we got that aspect of the game to 7 out of 10. That's fine. We don't have to look at it anymore. Kind of like From Software.
So my third vote goes to No More Heroes 3. I don't think that's going to make 2020. Maybe 2021, like super early.
I mean, they joke about it in the trailer.
They joked about it, so I think it's probably on the wire.
So those are my 3. Bob, what are yours?
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Oh, okay. Why is that?
They lost their lead. Like, what was she to it? The
creative director.
Yeah, creative director. Yeah, she was the creative director. She's just not at the company anymore.
Bob, let me explain. Okay.
A
little bit of game biz here. Okay.
Oh, is this going to be one of those Microsoft moments where you tell me that she wasn't necessary?
We're done with the pre-production. Now isn't the time for being creative.
Oh.
Now's the time to ship a fucking game.
Let's see if Shinji Mikami's at that company by the end of the year.
No.
You don't need the person responsible to the thing most praised in all your other games to still be at the company.
They don't need creative designs in their spooky game.
No. Bob, what's your second vote? Lots of good choices.
Yeah, right? Look at all these. Psychonauts 2, that game it's made by that guy.
Tim Schafer?
Tim Schafer. He delays everything.
Not only that, originally he said that game won't be out till 2021. And he's like, no, actually, it's going to be out in 2020. Which makes me go, no, it fucking isn't.
Either he's getting beat by Phil Spencer.
Bill Benser.
Or they're like, all right, we're bringing more people in so we can fucking get this thing done.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Did you know that if it takes 2 people a day to paint a house, 4 people will only take half a day, and that continues to work that way forever, no matter how many more people you add. If you have 10,000 people painting a house, you can get it done in 30 seconds.
Yeah, that just makes sense.
That explains what's happening with the construction in my house.
And then my other vote's going for No More Heroes 3.
Okay, so your choices were Ghostwire Tokyo, Psychonauts 2, and No More Heroes 3. Okay, KZ, can I get your votes?
Now, Ghostwire Tokyo doesn't seem like it's... I wouldn't be surprised if that disappears for a while, maybe.
Like forever.
And then it like comes back and what if it becomes the more public version of that original Prey 2?
I was thinking about that too.
And like by the end of this next gen we're coming in, it's like, here's Ghostwire Tokyo. It looks nothing like this. It's not even in Tokyo. We don't really know why we named it Ghostwire Tokyo at all.
That's gross.
Yeah, No More Heroes seems like a safe bet.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, it does.
And I was trying to think about the Halo Infinite one, but my thinking on that one is this already happened before, and they can't have it happen again, I imagine. Where, if you'll remember, I think it was 2017? Is that when Xbox One X came out? Or 2016?
That would be 2017.
Where they made a big thing is like, and we're launching it with our next big title, Crackdown 3.
Yeah.
And then Crackdown 3 got delayed over a year.
Year and a half.
Crackdown 3 should be on this delayed list. They'll delay it again.
But it's out.
The definitive edition's going to get pushed back. Remember? Don't you remember our gamer premonitions for next gen?
Oh my god.
Was Recore an Xbox exclusive?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Microsoft exclusive in that it was both Xbox and PC. And it was
That
Microsoft
means there's
Studios.
precedent, because wasn't Recore Definitive Edition just Recore? We finished it.
Yes.
Yep.
It was Recore. It doesn't load for 45 seconds.
Also, is Recore the last 25% of the game?
Yeah, the final transformation for your robot in the last dungeon or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I guess Psychonauts will be my last one because I almost wanted to approach Ghost, but given what people have said about it, where it was initially set to release around this time, but Last of Us bumped it. I'm like, oh yeah, it's probably all right. That's probably finishing up. I don't really have any concerns about that coming out on time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's already been delayed so much.
Yeah. And I'm like, that looks really gorgeous. It looks like you've really hit the I don't think you can make it look better.
Squeezed all that PS4 out of the tube.
Yeah, they basically reached the end of the PS4 power.
Okay. So now I guess we're going to Mr. Feel.
Psychonauts 2.
All right.
Ghostwire Tokyo 2.
Two.
Or not 2. It's not just Ghostwire Tokyo. I saw the 2 next to it. Look, we've been doing this a while. And No More Heroes 3, because they made a fucking joke in the trailer. That makes it free. They don't have to take like a PR hit for doing it. They can be like, we told you.
That's true.
Whatever, it's Suda.
Okay, let me rearrange these. We've got a top 3 pretty clearly here, and I don't know how Halo Infinite isn't on that list. Oh, right, Bob's equally possible but incredibly psychopathic prediction of they will ship a game that doesn't have half of a game.
I had assumed that for months now. Every time something like the campaign director left, I'm like, whatever, they're gonna ship that shit anyway. They're not doing Crackdown again.
It'll be called the Halo Infinite, the multiplayer beta. Please give us $60.
Man,
I'm gonna be real. The way Xbox's strategy seems to have gone is they're slowly moving everything to Game Pass. So even if a game bombs in terms of reviews, no one gives a shit because you can just pay $1. They're like, we're just getting Game Pass subscriptions, so it's fine.
I'm sure that's sustainable.
It is.
Just ask Netflix, who's never made any money at all. So then, Ghostwire Tokyo and Psychonauts 2 are currently tied for second and third. No More Heroes is in first place. Guys, we need to break this tie. So I'm deleting these scores, and we're...
Ghostwire Tokyo for me.
Okay. Bob?
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Okay. And Feel?
Psychonauts 2, because Ghostwire Tokyo is a Bethesda game, so there's always the chance they'll just be like, out the door it goes. We don't care that it's broken.
It's a very real chance.
We don't even know if gameplay exists for Ghostwire Tokyo.
Bethesda.
I'm actually really torn.
Like Psychonauts 2, like video game exists that we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
But how much of that video game exists? It could well just be literally that's everything we've made.
Literally, we've only seen one level in gameplay. Huh.
Yeah, it's not the highest bar. I'm just comparing it to Ghostwire that just had a CG thing, and then the person that's going to design all of the enemies is gone.
I'm going to vote for Ghostwire. I don't think Microsoft is going to let him chafe this time. I think he chafed his last chafe.
Oh no.
I think he's going to have to ship that shit next year because Microsoft has very little time for that. Halo, on the other hand...
Halo gets delayed and Psychonauts 2 is the launch title.
Oh my god.
It's not even exclusive.
I was really curious how 12 teraflops would look in Psychonauts 2?
45.
Are you?
Second.
No.
Oh, okay. Somehow it still loads.
I mean, it's a really high-end fancy game.
It is.
Okay, and now we're going to do our last category for this part. Best old game we played in 2019. The candidates are Resident Evil 4, God of War 2018, Smash Ultimate, Power Shovel on the PS1, Rogue Squadron 2, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep,
There's some good ones in here,
Burnout Revenge, and Portrait of Ruin. These are really good. Man, I guess we get 3 votes still, huh?
Yep.
I'll go first real quick. Smash Ultimate's an easy one to vote for. I've played 140 hours of that this year.
I feel like we play at least once a week.
I mean, I do. For sure. Man, where do I go from here? Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep's a great game. Delightful fucking game. I am interested in going back and playing it again. I think in some ways it's better than Kingdom Hearts 3, but that's not to say in every way.
It's good in 4K.
It does look really good in 4K. Not quite as good as Kingdom Hearts 2, but hey, that's a high bar.
It's like, of course it's better than Kingdom Hearts 3 to you. There are not nearly as many Terra cut scenes in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Exactly.
Boy, the ones that are there.
And Portrait of Ruin, because Portrait of Ruin is one of the best Castlevania games. It is delightful to play through. The plot's really good. The music's amazing. There's so much to like about it. It's a really well-made Metroidvania. I would say the best one I played this year if Bloodstained Ritual of the Night didn't come out. And I will pass the voting
Shout out to the clown level.
Ugh. Yeah, that's the one slightly bad part, but it's still fine. It's still enjoyable. It's not like it's a FromSoft Swamp level. I'm sorry to just throw things out like that to trigger you. That wasn't kind of me, and I apologize sincerely.
They're like, we're making bad content on purpose.
What are they, Comedy Bang Bang?
Yes.
Oh my god.
No, they know. Don't even offer them your sympathies. Bob, let me hear your votes here.
Smash Ultimate.
Okay.
God of War.
Yeah.
And Portrait of Ruin. This is easy. God of War is the first good Western action game.
Yes, I agree. That would have gotten my vote if I didn't have a deep infatuation for Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, Birth by Sleep is amazing. Like, the death is no offense to any of the other games on this list.
Right.
Resident Evil 4 and Birth by Sleep are 2 of my favorite games.
Right, and Rogue Squadron 2 is right there, and so is Burnout Revenge. This is a tough competition. I mean, there's also Power Shovel. It's almost like Power Shovel was put on this list so I could say that.
The only game I wrote in here was Birth by Sleep for Dan, and then went, oh man, I put nothing in here for me. Oh, all these games are good. Who gives a shit? It works out.
Yeah, no, these games are great, including Power Shovel. Feel, I'm going to need to hear your votes.
Resident Evil 4.
Saw that coming.
Still the best, baby.
Hail to the king.
Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Birth by Sleep.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, got it. KZ, I'm going to need to hear yours.
Smash Ultimate.
Who saw that coming?
Portrait of Ruin, Birth by Sleep. Birth by Sleep is a fantastic game. Love it a lot. Probably one of the funniest, unintentionally the funniest one they've ever done in terms of story and cutscenes. The command board stuff is delightful. I'm glad that you fell in love with it.
I was shocked. I thought I would fucking hate it, and that stream compilation shows that.
There is character development happening there, like when Bob got through 3 worlds and he was level 4, and you were like, how is this happening?
You were just wailing on Vanitas, and it's like, he's not taking damage. He's not taking damage.
I'm like, I've never seen this happen before. Why is Bob dying to a minecart?
That minecart was coming right for me.
I'm like, Bob, why are
Fuck
you so...
Keyblade wielder, I've got a cart.
Bob, why are your bones so brittle? And you're like, I don't know. I drink lots of milk.
And what was it? A Portrait of Ruin, which is my favorite Castlevania game.
Yep, I've entered the vote.
Yep.
So let's see.
But yeah, just adore that. It's real
good. No, it's really good.
Charlotte,
it's
Jonathan.
Fucking excellent. Even the gauntlet of bosses you fight in the labyrinth at the bottom left is really good, with the way the music slowly gets faster and faster.
I thought some of the doppelganger stuff was interesting, and the classic characters as bosses. I had never seen that stuff before because I had never done the Den of Evil.
Yeah, it's good. It's real good. Okay, so we've got a top 3. Best old game we played in 2019, Smash Ultimate, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and Portrait of Ruin. I would like to note to anyone having issues right now that Smash Ultimate's on this list, there's a reason we wait until the end of these years. We're going to be consistent and put these things up in January because we do not care about ad revenue nearly as much as we do literally being able to play all of the games that come out in a fucking year, because that shit drives me up a wall. So, of course,
cares?
Smash
God
Ultimate.
of War's on here.
Yeah, well, God of War came out like really early 2018, whereas Smash Ultimate
2018.
Smash Ultimate came out in December. That's basically this year.
No, it's not.
Only if you're the Game Awards.
Only if you're fucking every journalist outlet.
Ugh.
It fucking drives me nuts. Anyways, we have a problem, though. Smash Ultimate easily takes first, but Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep and Portrait of Ruin are tied for second and third. We need to do a vote, so I'm going to delete these, and we're going to have to re-vote on this. I'm voting for Portrait of Ruin. Bob.
Portrait of Ruin.
KZ?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Portrait of Ruin?
Yeah.
Okay, then it automatically wins. I would have voted for Birth by Sleep, so.
Okay. But Fia would have voted for Birth by Sleep. Okay, so the list goes Smash Ultimate, Portrait of Ruin, and Birth by Sleep. All 3 of those excellent games.
I thought Phil was going to vote for Birth by Sleep, and I wanted to avoid yet another deadlock.
You're supposed to vote with integrity, not out of cowardice.
Fine, Birth by Sleep. It's a tie again.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Let me make the argument for Portrait of Ruin. Hey, Bob.
What's up?
Hey, Charlotte.
Hey, Dan. Hey, Jonathan.
See, that's a good argument, but the winning argument you could have used is the part where Dracula and Death fuse is the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, and they play a really, really great sound clip of him going, Soul Steel.
Yeah, but then I think of the climax of Terra's story where you see the white hair and it looks like you've been shot when you look at the camera.
It is a lot to deal with.
Birth by Sleep is intrinsically tied to the moment KZ won, when Xehanort is going, your body succumbs, your heart submits, so why does your mind resist? And then the armor stands up and Dan just goes, this is real fucking Kino.
Yeah, no, it's true. It is really fucking Kino.
That's the moment where I take someone's soul. It's like, that's it.
Yeah, no, Birth by Sleep is, I feel like it's the best Kingdom Hearts.
It probably is.
Just, there's so much really good in there.
I'm going to be honest.
I desperately want another Kingdom Hearts like Birth by Sleep where it's all new characters and it feels entirely different from the other game.
Yeah, that's the one thing it has going for it compared to pretty much every other entry, is that it took place in a different time period, and there's a lot of new stuff going on and new characters to get into.
And you don't feel like you need to have previous knowledge of a bunch of other stuff. It's kind of like they have their own story, and it does expand the overall lore, but you don't need to play that other stuff to really get it.
I really enjoy 2. So if I were to say my 2 favorite, it was probably Birth by Sleep and 2, because most of my stuff from Dream Drop isn't actually part of playing the game per se. It's dabbing and candy goggles.
And the penguin with the big bathtub that he used to...
Yeah. There are so many delightful things in Dream Drop, but none of them are, like, I feel that
abrupt ended Fantasia cutscene, and...
God, fucking that. It makes me ascend just thinking of it.
Dream Drop doesn't have the end Terra's final boss. It doesn't have you go into Vanitas' heart and de-link with him to fight him, and you have his commands.
Yeah.
The one of the funniest things for Dream Drop was you when Axel shows up, but he's his human form. He says, "No, Axel did nothing. I'm Lee.
My name's Lee."
And you just start shitting your pants.
It was too much, and yet it was just enough. I think the story of Dream Drop is maybe the best in some ways, and I know that's going to upset people.
It was like in Street Fighter, I hit your stun bar, and it's just the cutscenes playing.
Yeah.
Darkness within darkness awaits you. A twofold nightmare.
God. I would make the argument that Portrait Rune is some of Yuzo Koshiro's and Michiru Yamane's best music they've ever made, and they are legendary tier composers. I can't say the same for Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, but Birth by Sleep has Rage Awakened, which is fucking incredible.
It does.
I can actually confidently say that, thinking about it, I'd almost say Birth by Sleep has the most of my all-time favorite tracks in the series.
But it doesn't have the Candy Goggles theme.
Okay, it doesn't have the Candy Goggles theme, but that's also a game that has a Traverse Town in it.
It doesn't have Candy Goggles, but it has Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo playing for one entire world.
Yeah. This is incredibly weird how it has Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, but it also has some of Yoko Shimomore's best violin solo music, where it goes really hard.
You know, I think we're just gonna have to call it a tie.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are backing down on this one.
They're both, but that's the thing. It's not like we can't see each other's sides. We just feel like each of our candidates has like that little bit more to just edge it out. Because everyone on this is like in full agreement that Portrait Ruin and Birth by Sleep are fucking incredible.
I mean, you go inside the vampire killer and fight Richter Belmont.
Yeah, no, it's fucking
with
good.
Pies.
With pies and their evil energy.
Now, the one thing that we missed, the equivalent of pies in Birth by Sleep, is that everyone has their own break time in that game, but we forgot to try that on that game. And Terrace is just...
Yeah.
He's just doing handstand push-ups.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not strong enough. Yeah. I need to get more ripped.
He does love
Ventus
being
is
strong.
break dancing. And Aquas is just ribbon twirling.
And Aquas is putting on a wrist brace just to be safe.
No, it's okay. She's perfect.
I thought that hers was driving the boys to prom.
You look like a bird.
Also, yeah, obviously Resident Evil 4, God of War. These are all really great games. So by no means are we saying, like, these three are the good ones. Fuck the rest.
I'd like to imagine getting incredibly mad that fucking Resident Evil 4 got owned by Kingdom Hearts and a Castlevania DS game.
I think I've played Resident Evil 4 through more times than any other game. I think I have beaten it at least 15 times.
I counter that with I have beaten it 0.
I'm just saying, never question my love for Kingdom Hearts. I mean, not Kingdom Hearts, Resident Evil 4. I mean, Kingdom Hearts 2, but especially not Resident Evil 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we need to get the Jay Sherman image?
No,
not when we've been recording for 5 hours. No.
Closed eyes. Oh no.
The biggest jobber category. Yes.
Yeah,
I agree.
I disagree with you including 2 in one game.
No, that seems fair.
They deserve it.
That seems fair, and we're gonna leap right into this category. Biggest jobber of 2019. The candidates are Axel from Kingdom Hearts 3. Kyrie from Kingdom Hearts 3.
God.
The protagonist from Astral Chain. Fuck.
We should have had... can we add one more?
Sure, Bob. You type it in as I read. Hop from Pokemon Swish. The crazy shirtless grandpa from Fallen Order. Jesus Christ, guys. Is that what we're calling it?
I mean, he's like, I'm an evil Jedi master. And he's like, no, I'm getting sucked into the ground. No.
And the sibling from Astral Chain. Oh, boy.
We had some real stinkers.
Bob has made this a very complex category.
Can I go first?
Guys, we only get 2 votes. Yes, you may. Yes, you may.
Number 1, the sibling from Astral Chain, 100%. There is no one who jobs more than this character. I guess it's Akira.
I love it when Akira runs up, stops running, pushes you just barely out of the way of a laser, then T-poses at it so she can get eviscerated fucking 17 times.
Yes, that was my favorite.
She gets owned over and over and over again. They try to give her your Virgil equivalent, where it's like, here's different colors for the Legion and armor and stuff, and that's going to be really cool. But no, the reason that you end up fighting her in the end is incredibly contrived and badly written and is not fun. And then she just continues to get owned throughout the rest.
And also that form feels bad and is badly designed, doesn't look cool.
Yeah.
So entirely, I looked at that character and went, they didn't even try. And then they just continued to just, that is the ultimate jobber, where it's not even like a fun type of thing where it's like, oh, maybe they'll get over this time. No, there's no hope here. You're in the scene to talk, communicate as my proxy person, and just get owned. So that's going to be my main vote.
That's fair.
My second vote, now this may be controversial, I'm picking a Kingdom Hearts character. I'm voting for Axel with good reason.
Okay.
Now between the two, there was Kyrie, who clearly goes, I'm gonna do my best, and then she got a wrist grab, and then she got owned immediately.
It's hard to argue that.
To the degree that Axel eats ass in this game is so much worse.
You're free to make this argument.
Where both of them go through the exact same training. So it's like, all right, what happens to both of them? Kyrie just she gets killed, and then maybe DLC will do something. Maybe we'll see. Axel attempts to block an attack toward the end of the game from Terra Xehanort, and he blocks it, but sent flying, gets hit so hard he goes through 3 stone pillars and is seemingly dead after it because they never show him again.
Yeah, he's dead.
It's not you got destroyed into particles. No, all of his bones were broken and he's been buried in stone. Then he gets his ass kicked really hard in one of the cutscenes toward the end. Attempts to attack Xemnas, and to which he says, your Keyblade ain't shit, and then just breaks it and shoots him nearly to death.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why if I had to pick any of them, I'd have to pick him because he got it really bad.
I understand your argument. Bob, give me your votes.
Kyrie.
Okay.
Her wrist gets trapped and she just immediately turns to crystal and explodes.
It literally became a meme over how bad it was. Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry, it was unavoidable. A Japanese man wrote a woman.
See, here's the thing. I totally feel KZ's argument with Axel, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, he shattered his Keyblade, not his wrist.
Yes. Like it didn't seem as pathetic because at least Axel got to attack. Kyrie doesn't do anything.
No, Kyrie
Wrist
has
gets
done
grabbed,
attacks.
explodes.
I can point out the many attacks that happened.
And then, yeah, the siblings from Astral Chain. This is so bad.
I'm gonna be real. Aside from one character in another game I played that isn't on here because they don't fit the description of jobbing, I don't think I've hated a character more this year than I've hated Akira from Astral Chain.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I despise this character. It's written so terribly, offers nothing, is the lamest rival character in any action game.
I'm trying to think of a counter argument.
Akira literally would be on my biggest disappointments of 2019 list if I didn't just fucking hate them.
I can't. KZ is right.
So yeah, my first vote's going to the sibling from Astral Chain. The second's going to Kyrie. Kyrie didn't make my biggest disappointments of 2019 list because I sincerely didn't want to think about it. Like, I think it's absolutely, it broke my heart how shitty that went for Kyrie in that game. Axel's a joke character, so I was fine with it. Kyrie is not
a joke character?
Kyrie
no, he's not.
He's a fucking joke multiple goddamn times in the series. Kyrie's always played straight.
Axel getting his Keyblade was a joke.
Yeah, it was the fucking ending punchline of Dream Drop.
Yeah, but he's not actually a joke character. He just makes jokes. He has a serious arc and stuff going on. There's a difference between joke character like Pete and Axel.
Hey, you know who else has an important character arc? Dan Hibiki. You know what he is, though? A fucking
Don't
jobber.
You fucking relate Axel
Fuck
to
you.
Dan Hibiki. I think you're being a little too hyperbolic.
Axel was very serious until Dream Drop.
I am explaining my reasoning that Kyrie is
Your reasoning
infinitely
sucks ass.
I don't fucking care what you think. Kyrie's vastly more disappointing than fucking Axel. She
Yeah.
jobbed
I'm just saying,
way
you're
harder
calling him
here.
a joke character, not your take. Your take is reasonable.
I called him a joke character because him getting a Keyblade at the end of that game was a joke. It was a gag. At no point did I think Kyrie was the result of a joke, and her Keyblade training would ultimately lead to her wrist.
Her Keyblade training was apparently a joke.
It was apparently just eating ice cream. I don't fucking know. They both showed up and sucked shit.
Yeah, they both were like, wait, we were supposed to learn something in the hyperbolic time trailer? We just got high for 2 months.
Oh my god.
By the way, getting a Keyblade as a joke is really fun because Kyrie gets hers because Riku hands her one and it's never explained.
Yeah, no, we're not going to explain it. It's Kingdom Hearts.
I thought it was because, isn't it because she touched Aqua's in Birth by Sleep?
Yeah, but why does he have it and why does he just hand it to her?
Don't worry, Remind's going to explain everything.
I fucking hate you, Dan, because you know what? I can't dispute that. It's possible. It's possible. My current prediction of that DLC is she'll do something, but still job and feel will shit his pants.
Don't say that, man. I don't want to think about.
I don't want that, but there's a chance.
I don't want it. I don't want it. If it happens, I'll fucking howl, but I don't want it.
Please look forward to our spoiler cast.
And you know that's the thing. I'm not saying that Axel didn't job. I just think who jobbed harder, and that's why I voted for them. I like Axel as a character. I'm sorry if it seemed like I was lashing out.
I'm sorry, but it was just, I was like, fuck you. There's so much depth to this guy, man.
Phil, we're gonna need your votes.
Fuck, this is actually pretty hard.
Why is this category this hard?
How is it hard? Sibling from Astral Chain. Do it.
Sibling from Astral Chain.
Okay.
Hop exists.
And then Hop, and I'm picking Hop over Axel and Kyrie because Hop got an arc in the middle of that game about having to get his shit together and becoming better. And then there's like, he loses like 5 times in a row in the ending and post game. Like, come on, let's fight the Bogdanov twins protagonist. He's like, oh, I lost.
Don't talk about the Bogdanov twins, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hop is unfortunate because they're trying to build a character that's going to like grow through the losses, but they also make you fight him way too many times, so it makes it really weird.
And then like everything he does in the end is lose. He loses to Rose off camera.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking sad.
And I guess part of that is to add to the power fantasy of the main character does everything really well, but that just makes him feel even worse.
They could have been like, oh, I'm sorry, protagonist. The stupid secretary wants to fight me again, so I have to do this. You go fight Rose. That would have been fine.
Yeah, no, they gave him plenty of opportunities for Hop not to just be a disappointment. It never happens.
Every scene is him either annoying you, losing off screen, or losing to you on screen.
I remember when I got to the end game, Dan was putting that part off. And then he glanced over, like, why are you fighting that guy again?
I'm doing it in Nuzlocke with PM, and he gets so mad every time Hop is, like, in the background, because he's like, he's coming. There he comes.
He's the most omnipresent rival, and it's sad.
He's like a sad tuba following you everywhere you go. Stop it! Here's the problem. We have all agreed that the sibling Akira from Astral Chain is the biggest fucking jobber of 2019. We got Kyrie as number 2, second biggest jobber, but we have a tie for third between Axel and Hop.
This is tough because Axel eats shit so unbelievably hard that it makes me laugh, and I have to watch that part of the scene every time where he just goes through 3 rocks.
Yeah.
However, God, Hop.
I'm gonna argue Hop is worse because Axel's jobbing leads to the really great scene of him literally gripping Xemnas' ankle to try to keep him away from Xion. Like he's eating shit and his face down, desperately trying before Roxas shows up, and I think that's pretty good.
I'm sure there was a really good character moment with Hop that was very emotional, and
yeah, there was one of those in that Pokemon game Anywhere, right?
Yes. Remember that time where the guy who dresses in sweatpants most of the time became a terrorist?
Remember the Pokeball man threatened to rape
he had
you?
a good reason. Something bad's gonna happen in 3,000 years.
So I should probably kill everyone right now. Oh man, he watched Isolation 119 while high. That's what caused the ending of that game.
I think I'm more positive on Hop than I was when the game came out, but you fuck him.
Okay, I think we have to start taking votes. KZ, who do you think?
That's why I said fuck him.
Okay, and Feel?
Hop!
Okay, Bob?
Hop.
Oh god, it doesn't even matter what I think.
What do you think, Dan? Do you think it's not Hop?
Axel had a chance, you know? I don't think Hop ever did. He's a Pokemon rival. He's always going to be a fucking failure compared to you.
Your Pokemon rivals can often be cool. In all the previous games, they usually have some sort of double battle with you against like 2 of the team executives, but Sword and Shield doesn't have an enemy team, so that doesn't happen.
No, that happens in Sword and Shield against grunts.
Yeah, against grunts, but like in Platinum, they help you against the 2 Team Galactic admins. And I think at least once they battle one of them entirely on their own and win.
Okay, so we have our list. The sibling from Astral Chain is the biggest jobber of 2019. Kyrie from Kingdom Hearts.
I would say the decade.
Possibly.
Yeah, no, man, maybe.
It's like somehow the sibling from Astral Chain manages to do the thing that really shittily written animes do, but like 17 times over the course of a 13-hour game or 20-hour game.
No, you're reminding me of Bob's take of the anime you dropped 4 times.
Yeah, no, it really is.
That is a fantastic take.
Kyrie from Kingdom Hearts 3 takes second place as biggest jobber, and Hop from Pokemon Sword and Shield is the third biggest jobber.
His hair is dumb.
God, his
hair Hops. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, his hair being Hops kills me. That's gonna do it for part 2 of Game of the Year. Come back next week when we've regained our power.
The GigaBoots videos for this holiday season have been brought to you by our generous executive producers: Vincent Pover, Nicholas Cameron, E. Lee Broyles, Star Falcon, Spaceman Spiff, Danny Richardson, Dryzart, Red Blaze 27, and Dandy Cageford. Thank you very much to our incredibly important executive producers. And also these guys. If you want to join the fight for good content, then go support us on patreon.com/gigaboots to become an executive producer today.